Good morning.
Hello.
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 Is audio working today or not? Yesterday it was messed up. Yeah.
Hello, guys. Hello. What's up?
Hey
Morning,
guys,
Leo.
you can take some time to talk and catch up with each other. It's good. Hi Ruby, good morning.
Good morning.
I was just listening to crazy music today.
Crazy music. What do you mean by that?
I played like 3 songs at once,
Oh,
and then it was going crazy.
Sliding's still terrible. Is that possible?
I found almost every single song. Well, actually, not every single song. I found like a few of the most famous songs on Scratch, and then I mixed them together, and then it started going crazy.
okay. Hi Tara, good morning. Titan, Shane, Pine, and Mammoth, of course Ben. What are you guys doing today? Did you have a good day yesterday? How was the conundrum session with Dr. K? What do you guys think about it? Let me ask say Mammoth. What do you think about the session yesterday?
Good. And Cece like excited a lot.
Yeah, Cici got quite excited. So what do you think is, what is it that you liked or did you enjoy yesterday from
I
Dr.
enjoyed
K?
that there was a lot of quiz. We can choose it.
A lot of questions? Okay. Because I have to step out in the meeting, I had a call. So I've seen the main part of it, but eventually I stepped out. So I want to hear more from you guys. What do you think about it?
I think it was good.
All right. Who was that? Was it
Benjamin.
Layla or Destiny who talked? Or Nikki? Was it Nikki? I didn't see.
It was me. Benjamin.
Oh, it's Benjamin. Sorry, because okay. Okay. Yeah, I want to know more from you guys. What do you think makes it good? Maybe I want to hear from, let's hear from Destiny and Layla. What do you think, Destiny? What did you enjoy yesterday in the meeting? How about Layla? Anything you lower the volume?
There, it's fine. I enjoyed the class with the lady from Astronova School.
Yeah, Dr. Kate. Her name is Dr. Kate. Yeah, so can you give me a bit more specific on what is it that you enjoy, what is it that you like? from what she did yesterday? From anyone else? Or what is there something, do you think the session yesterday gave you a lot of time to think about the issues and the did you do just one or did you do 2 topics yesterday? Somebody answer me. How many topics yesterday was covered? Was it 2? Is it only the chocolate conundrum? There were 2 topics? Okay, you had a chocolate conundrum and what's the other one? What was the other one, Layla? Do you remember?
The Martian.
Ah, the Martian. But I think the Martian, you didn't really had a long, it was not really discussed, right? It was just a short preview. Okay, but I understand. So it mostly, the discussion was about the chocolate conundrum. Okay, good. Okay, thank you guys for sharing your inputs on that. CZ, you're there, CZ. Can you hear us, CZ? Is your audio, we cannot hear you, CZ. Is your audio working? We cannot hear CZ, sorry for that. Okay, how about Nikki? You were there as well, Nikki, right? What do you think about the session yesterday with Dr. Kate?
It was good.
Anything particular that you like? That you
I like that someone else is coming.
okay.
So it feels like we're in like a real situation.
Oh, happy to hear that. It's good. How about Shane? What do you think about the meeting yesterday, Shane?
It's so fun.
You enjoyed it. Okay. Were you able to share your ideas yesterday, Shane?
I don't know.
Okay. How about who's that one I saw a while ago? I lost it. Mammoth. Anything particular you enjoyed from yesterday?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure. Okay. All right. So we will try to do more of that with Coach Sarah. Okay. So Coach Sarah, I think our coaches will also be trained by Dr. Kate. So we will learn more the best way how to do it. Okay, so today is Thursday. It's going to be your innovation day today and your Acelas in the afternoon, right? So you had your PBL yesterday. Let me ask you guys, how many of you are continuing to write your essays? Are you writing your essays every day, or how many times in a week are you normally writing your essays? Just want to find out. Okay, let's start.
I'm right like 4 days.
Okay, Mammoth is writing for 4 days. How about Nikki? How many times you're writing in a week?
I'm only writing on the day that I enter Zoom.
Which is
Wednesday and
Friday.
Friday. Yes.
All right, that's okay. Wednesday and Friday is actually good. Okay, but if you can write more on the days, it's the best, because the more you write, the better.
Sorry, I don't know where to put my essays.
Oh, it's in Moodle. You have access to Moodle, right?
Yeah, I think I do, but normally I don't have it.
Have you tried putting your essay before in Moodle?
Yes, but it never worked.
Oh, it didn't work. Okay, I have to find a way how to help you on that. Okay.
Okay.
So I don't know, we can take the time here in the stand-up, I mean in the morning Kickstarter, but let's see. Okay, let's see how we can work on that. Maybe I need to find time, maybe after school today or lunchtime. Let's see, I'll keep that in mind. Okay, Nikki, don't forget to remind me.
Because every time I let Coach Sarah or Coach Ben do
Okay.
it for me.
Because you cannot upload.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see, maybe on Friday, right? On Friday, when you do it on Friday, we will help you and figure out on for that time. Okay. What else I want to find out? How about Ben? How many times a week do you write your essay?
Usually when I have this essay Zoom, but so far I have had no essay Zoom thing. Otherwise, I won't know what to do for my essay.
Okay. So yeah, to respond to that,
Because
for your essays, guys, it could either be a reflection of the day or the topic of discussion during your essay time. So no question about Wednesdays and Friday, right, Ben? You don't have a question on that because normally you would know what to write about. But in case you want to write more on other days, it could just be a daily reflection. Okay, for example, from last term, our primary students have been writing on things that they have. It could be any topic that you like to talk about, right? It could be any topic. It could be about your day, things you enjoyed for that particular day, or it could be a topic of maybe something you remember in the past days, or it could be a food that you enjoy, sports maybe, or a subject. Actually, that's a good topic also. Like, what are the things you learned for that particular day? It's a good reflection time to actually write down important concepts that you remember that you have learned either from a SLS. Most of the time, it would be a SLS, right? So whatever you are enjoying, it would be good to write them down as part of your daily reflection. We encourage everyone to write daily. It's the best way. And also, just to remind you guys, you're also doing your special lessons. In special lessons, you get to write essays. Am I correct? Okay. So when you write your essays for special lessons, you can use that also to post it in your Moodle. So if you have already written for the week a special lesson, then you just post that in your Moodle account, then you don't have to write again. But if you want to write a reflection for the day, then it is good. Okay, I want to talk a little bit more about reflection. Okay. What do you think is the importance of reflection? Why do we reflect at the end of the day? Or why, like in primary PBL, you always need to have a reflection at the end of every milestone. Okay? Why do you think you need to have a reflection? What is its importance? I want to hear from some of you. Anyone? What do you think? Why do you need to have a reflection? Reflection sometimes, most of the time reflection is in writing. Okay, that's what they do in school. You have to write it down. But sometimes reflection can just be, sitting back and thinking about what you did and how things went. What do you think is the importance of reflection, on reflecting about something? um I don't know if this is something that your your parents are doing with you. Like, for example, you did something wrong. Okay, if you did something wrong, were you asked by your parents to think about what you have done, to reflect on the things that you have done? Have you had that experience? So why do you think it is important for us to think about what we have done? I want to hear from you guys. I think I would like to hear from Zeno. I know Zeno is a very smart boy. You have some thoughts, Zeno? Why do you think we have to think about things that we have done? If you have no clues, it's okay. You can skip. But you have something to share, Zeno? Okay, go ahead, please.
Because normally, if you don't think, then you just think what you did and what did you do that much, and you don't think what you actually did in the day. If you have time, like 10 minutes, to sit and think what you did,
Yes.
you remember what was fun for you.
Okay, did you say the word remember?
Huh?
Did you say the word remember? Okay, so I think that is the key word there. One of the key words, remember. Okay, it helps you remember the good things that you have done. Okay, how about Vigo? I want to hear from Vigo. I know Vigo has been working so hard with his SLS. You know, guys, I really appreciate Vigo. He's a new student, but he's putting 110% of his effort to get his work done. So congratulations for that, Vigo. I know not only him is doing that, all of you have been working so hard on that, on your academics. So I would like to congratulate all of you on that, putting your heart in your effort. But let me just get to Vigo. Vigo, why do you think it's important for us to think about the things we have done for today? Why do we need to reflect?
Yeah, like maybe because you so I don't just so you like if you know what you have been doing, you know how the what the consequence of what you have done, like yeah. So if you did something in the work, you're like, oh, I did this, now I don't have to do that later or something, like so you like no, like yeah.
Okay,
So
thank you, Vigo.
what?
Yeah, I understand what Vigo is trying to say. That is really important to understand what we have been doing. Okay, what we have been doing. That is, how many of you have been into like have you gone for a hiking like that? Like going out in the woods or in the mountains and trying to go a place you're not very familiar with? Have you, or maybe in a mall? Okay, maybe you're wandering in a mall you're not very familiar with. Did you come?
Mountain.
Did you come to the point where you have to think, where am I now? Where is the place I'm going? Is it here or is it there? Or let's say, like if you're driving, sometimes you would say, like, this place looks familiar. So that's the
That's the
kind of
last,
reflection, right?
last, but that's why they have Google Maps.
Yeah, okay, that's good. Yeah, thank you for that. I could hear Theo. Is that Theo?
Yes.
I'm trying to look for Theo. Okay, so
My next Theo is a hen.
all right. That's why Google Map is very helpful because it tells you where you are, right? But the point of the matter of reflection, going back to reflection, is we have to check where we are, where we have been, where we're going. Are we there yet? Have we done it right? What are the things that we want to accomplish that day? Did we get it right? So it sets a direction and evaluation to ourselves if what we are doing is the right thing that we're supposed to be doing. Okay, so that is reflection. And it's, for example, in the family, if you did something wrong, okay, and you get scolding from your parents, or your parents ask you to think about what you have done, and you did not think about it, what do you think will happen? You might be able to do the same thing again, right? And you keep doing it and again and again and again, and you keep doing it, and there's no learning. So I think that is an important part, the learning part. So I would say that if there is reflection at the end of the day, then it helps you organize what you have learned. It also helps you identify what you have done, the good things you have done, and maybe things how you can improve things better, right? Do you think that makes sense? And I see your hands. If you believe reflection makes sense, raise your hands. Okay, I see Marian, Sharoon, Titan, Aiden, Ruby, Zeno. Okay, thank you guys. And Destiny, right. Reflection does make sense. The question is this: what happens if we don't reflect? What do you think happens if we don't reflect? You think learning would be the same if we don't reflect? I want to hear your thoughts. Mammoth, what do you think? Is learning going to be the same if we're not reflecting on what we have done and what we have learned?
No.
It's not going to be the same. Do you think it's going to be less, or it's going to be more, or it's going to be the same?
I said more.
Sorry?
I said more.
If you reflect, you will learn more. Is that correct? And if you don't reflect, what will be the result? Let me ask Titan, oh, not Titan, Tanny. What do you think, Tanny? If you don't reflect, do you think you will learn more or you will learn less?
Learn less.
Okay, thank you for that. I'm glad to hear that. How many of you believe that if you don't reflect, you learn less? Okay, glad to see your hands. How about Cassie? How about Tyra? How about Bon? How about Destiny, Zizi? Okay, Ruby, thank you. I hope this is clear, guys. It's important that when we don't reflect, it affects learning. It affects your learning. So I hope you will remember that. Okay, so thank you for your talk. Oh, we have our guest coming in now, Dr. Roy Krishnan. Let me admit him.
Who is that?
He's the speaker for the secondary. So he will be with us at the moment. And he is an expert when it comes to cryptocurrency and blockchain. So,
Oh my goodness.
so yeah.
That's so cool.
He is. He actually turned his school. He turned his school into a tokenized school and in the blockchain. Dr. Roy, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, at the moment we still have we are with the primary. This is like a general assembly. We call it a morning Kickstarter. So everyone
Okay.
comes here, not literally everyone, but we try to have this at 9:30 to 10. So, but more secondary will be coming in as 10 o'clock approaches. So thank you for joining us. Guys, would you like to say hi to Dr. Roy? Raise your hand.
Hello,
Hello,
Dr.
I trade a Bitcoin for my mom.
Oh, what? Who said that?
Hello.
Me.
It's Mammoth.
You trade Bitcoin or you bought Bitcoin?
Yes.
Cool.
I trade BTC.
Oh, too much. Nice, nice. You're making money, huh?
Yeah, Mammoth
Yes.
is a young entrepreneur. He is,
Wow, very nice. I'm
he
excited
has a
then.
wine business. He has good job, Mammoth. Actually, Mammoth would like to join the secondary group for this cryptocurrency, but
Oh, they were not supposed to be there later?
Yeah, he's primary.
Okay.
So they have a different PBL topic for primary, but Mammoth is very keen with crypto. He really likes it.
Oh, maybe because they're recording the session, maybe Mammoth can watch it later.
Oh yeah, okay. I will share it with Mammoth. That's good. So,
So Mammoth, what is your prediction for BTC by the end of this year?
Just trade in and buy something for my mom because my mom said that
No, but what do you think the price will be by the end of this year?
I think it will gonna drop because I saw that it's about like 1 million and it's about 1 million
Uh-huh.
in Thailand.
Don't be surprised if it goes to 3 million baht by the end of this year. Huh?
Okay.
Keep watching the
It
market.
reached 2 million.
No.
Oh, now it's
I'm
2
going
million,
to
right?
just
Cool.
yeah.
Wow. I can't believe, man. What grade are you in?
Mammoth, what grade are you? Is grade 5 or grade 4? What grade are you,
Six.
Mammoth?
I'm grade 6 now.
Grade 6. Okay.
Grade 6 trading Bitcoin
But I'm
for
doing
his
Salas
mother.
grade 5
Wow,
because
that's very
when I
impressive.
the story we learned
How about others here?
here.
Others, anyone else learn about Bitcoin? Oh, good, good, good. Oh, yes, yes. Congratulations. Keep it up, okay? Keep it up.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's amazing, Mammoth. I'm surprised you're able to trade. I haven't even tried myself yet. I've been trying to set up an account, but it's taking me forever just to set my crypto account. But
Oh, now it's very
awesome.
difficult. Bitcup is very, what is that, busy. The traffic
Yeah.
is very heavy.
It's taking
They
me
don't
a
have quota now.
True.
And I buy
Even-
Dodge. I buy a Dodge coin.
Law, you bought Dogecoin, Law. I bought
Yes.
Shiba Inu recently.
Oh, you bought a Shiba.
No,
I
don't
brought
buy,
a
please.
Dodge.
They call these are shit coins. Sorry to say, shit coins. You better stick with BTC. Bitcoin is the best. It's the king of all crypto. If you don't want to take risk, BTC is the best.
Okay.
That's good.
Thank you.
So maybe we should encourage our
Oh.
secondary to also start trading even on a demo account, so they get to understand more. So I'm very fascinated with Mammoth. Mammoth is our scholar, by the way, Dr. Roy. He's a scholar
Okay.
of We Learn, and he's been doing a great job. Very impressive
Oh.
boy.
Nice, nice.
Just straight dodge. Okay, so Sharoon, maybe you can start thinking about trading as well. If Mammoth can do it, wow,
Yeah.
we should be able to do it as well, right?
Yes, I have set up account, but let's see when I will start doing it.
Yeah, even though maybe it's just a trial account which does not involve money, then it's good to follow the
I
market.
use
Yeah.
BitCup,
Yes,
the
Bitcup.
first digital asset exchange
Oh, wow.
in Thailand.
Digital asset exchange. Ooh. I never call it that way. I only call it Bitcup, Bitcup. I never say
Yeah.
digital
I use
asset exchange. That
BitCup.
is true. Yeah, I think they are one of the biggest in Thailand now.
It's the first.
Ever
Uh-huh.
for my account to
Is-
be approved in
Is,
Bitcup.
who is that? I am Marianne. Is Marianne her name?
Yes, Marianne.
Yes.
Marianne, I hope you're not getting bored by us talking about these things, huh?
No, it's fine.
Okay, thank you. You're very kind. You know,
So-
guys always like to talk about cars and money and politics, and girls get very bored with us, right?
Dr.
Sharoon,
Roy,
We
Sharoon
got
is
bored.
laughing away there.
Yeah, I was just laughing and talks.
Dr. Roy, we have
Benbro is hiding behind something, huh?
Yeah. Ruby Rose is from Australia, calling us from Australia. So we have a student from Australia.
Oh, okay. Titan, are you Team Titan? What is your superpower?
Roblox.
Oh,
Yeah.
Power.
Powering imagination. It has the
Powering
power
imagination.
of bunnies.
Oh, and we have Coach Sarah. Coach Sarah is one of the teachers.
Yeah, she's
Coaches.
coaching primary and secondary. Yes.
Good morning,
Okay,
Dr.
all
Roy.
right.
She
Great to
graduated.
have
I'm
you
just
with us.
browsing through who all are here.
Dr. Roy, Coach
Yes.
Sarah graduated from AIU recently.
AIU, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
In Moklek, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh, we
Dr.
have a
Roy
lot
is a former professor at APIU before when he was Mission College.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see.
before I came to the city, you know. I left the countryside and came to the city.
Okay. Wow, great to hear that.
So are you based in Moklek or Bangkok?
Bangkok now.
Ah,
I
okay.
graduated in December and then I came to Bangkok.
Oh, just recently graduated.
Yes.
Cool, cool. All right. Sharon keeps smiling. I don't know why.
No, I'm just happy that you're here so we can get your wisdom.
Oh, but you guys are not going to be in the session, right, Mr. Alfred?
Right now, the primary would need to go to your
Oh.
innovation class. Sorry,
I'm so
Mammoth.
sorry, guys.
Mammoth, if you want to
Okay.
stay, Mavi, if you want to stay, I'll leave you to make the decision. Mammoth, if you want to join the session for secondary.
That's okay.
Or
I
if
want
you
to join innovation.
Okay, I will just share you the link of the presentation today. Okay, so primary, please don't forget to get your link. Do you have your links already, primary?
Yep, I have it
Okay,
in
so
my phone.
feel free to leave the room. Okay, we will.
Is it a sales day
Thank
today?
you so much. Bye.
Take care, everyone.
Secondary gets to stay. Digo, you get.
See you and good luck
Oh, okay.
for
Wow, nice cartoon character there.
Thank you, Shane, for that. Wishes. Okay, now we only have the secondary here. Titan will be going soon as well. So maybe it will take a couple more minutes just before the rest of the secondary would be coming in.
Okay.
Mr. Al, you know that it usually take 1 hour.
Mr. Alfred, I will just take leave for a while now, and then you just let me
Okay.
know when I come back in. I'm here, but
Okay, sure. I'll do that. Yeah.
you can go ahead with your students. Yeah.
Okay, I'll let you know. All right. So, guys, Sky, do you have your link, Sky, for your innovation?
Mr. Alfred, you know what is my favorite thing about glue?
About glue? What about it?
I have glue right here, and when I put them on my hand and let them dry, I could peel them off of my skin.
I do that too. I enjoy doing that too. Sky, I would just like to share the link for Sky in case Sky didn't have the link. Sky, do you see the link in the chat?
Yes.
Okay, you can copy the link and then you can paste it in your browser.
Okay.
Okay, so where are the secondary now? Okay, Sharon, I can make you co-host.
Thank you.
Guys, okay, for the time being, while waiting, are you ready with your questions? Did you come up with your questions already?
Yes.
Okay. How about Zeno and Aiden? Do you have your questions?
Actually, Mr. L, we did a group work. On Tuesday, we already come up with questions and then we arranged it accordingly.
Okay, that's good. I'm glad to hear that.
What questions?
Because we have an expert today, right? So you will, if you have some questions about like your project or your topics or about his presentation, then you can ask that later on.
Oh, so if you don't have any questions, you don't like me to ask for what?
It would be good because this is an opportunity. We have an expert who is here.
Yeah.
So this is our chance to ask him directly on some information maybe that you don't understand, maybe help you clarify, you know, things that you have been trying to figure out from the beginning, or things that you have been trying to research about, but you're not getting the right information that you wanted. So this is the time. Okay. So Vigo, you can start writing your questions.
Okay. Is it like questions about like everything, just like anything?
It should be mostly related to your project, your topic. What topic are you working on in crypto? What is your topic in crypto?
We go.
Yeah.
Do you remember on Tuesday we've made questions?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those are the questions that we're gonna ask.
Okay. Okay. Then I know.
Oh, there are 23 people here already, but I don't see their cameras. Guys, could you please turn on your camera so you will appear? Because if you don't turn on your camera, you will not appear. Okay. So PJ, Django, okay, Iman. Okay, please turn on your cameras. Okay, that's good. Velma, are you here? Please turn on your camera. Vincent, is Vincent here? Yushma. Okay, because the more we're taking time, then we're taking time away from the benefits we're supposed to be having from the discussion. So maybe we can start very soon. Okay, hold on. There's let me find out something. Okay, so I think we can get started. Okay, we can get started. So for the time being, I would like to give the introduction to Dr. Roy, about Dr. Roy's background. So you guys get to understand a little bit more about him. Dr. Roy has how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. Dr. Roy has 4 doctoral degrees. He is a doctor of education. He is a doctor in philosophy, in applied psychology. He's philosophy in PhD. Okay, a psychology in psychology, and a doctor of business administration as well. So Dr. Roy has been a Director General of the European International University of Paris. It's in Paris. He is also the Associate Provost and Global Business Development Director of the California Metropolitan University in the US. He's also the CEO of Pedagogue.ac in UK. It's a blockchain powered by digital learning platform. I have seen it. It's very powerful. There's a lot of courses there that you can find, online courses. He's also the founder and originator of the LOL token, okay, which is being used actually by European International University. He's also the managing director of Bangkok School of Management, the founding chairman of ICON, the psychological and educational consultancy in Malaysia. So I'm sure your parents have also read Dr. Roy's profile in our newsletter last week. I'm not sure if you guys have seen it as well, but at this point in time, we would like to welcome Dr. Roy in our meeting for this morning. We have currently, Dr. Roy, we have 23 participants in the call, but the thing is, if you don't turn on your cameras, you will not appear in the screen. But we have people and participants in the background, but let me just find out on the settings how I can make them appear. But in the meantime, Dr. Roy, everyone please help me and join me in welcoming Dr. Roy to our presentation for this morning.
All right, good morning, everyone. I'm very glad to be here, especially talking to a group of young people. I can still see Sharoon here. I think he didn't leave yet, huh? Good. All right. I think being young or being at your age is very, very important, exciting, but also sometimes very difficult and challenging because you are at a crossroad. You know, you are at a crossroad like a junction where you have to make a lot of important decisions. And many of you may be thinking, you know, you already have something in mind, you already have something set in mind as to what you would like to do in the future. But let me just give you my own experience. You know, I started off wanting to become of course, when I was very young, whenever my school asked, you know, what is your top priority ambition, I'll always put soldier. I don't think anyone likes soldiers now. But one of my top priority was number 1, soldier, number 2, maybe doctor, number 3, like a church pastor, you know, something like that. And then when I went to high school, I fell in love with the subject of chemistry. I was the top in the school, not even in the class, in the school, in the subject of chemistry, but I was flunking, I was failing all other subjects. I did not like any other subject except chemistry. And then, so I thought, okay, maybe I'll become a chemist or a researcher in a chemistry lab, you know, where you research about products, materials, how to make things and things like that. But then when I went to college and I took my first psychology class, you know, when you do an American degree program, your first and second year would be mostly general education courses. So you have to do math again, you have to do social sciences again, many things. And so one of the courses in most American degree programs will be psychology. So psychology 101. When I took introduction to psychology or general psychology, I fell in love with the subject. And I said, this is my future, okay? So you know what I did? From wanting to become a soldier, wanting to become a chemist, I shifted everything to become I did a major in psychology. That was my bachelor's degree, okay? I did a major in psychology and minor in theology. Theology means religious studies, okay? But then I did not become a full-fledged psychologist. When I did my master's degree, I did a master's in education. Then I became a professor of psychology. Of course, I had to do a PhD doctor degree in psychology also. That's why I did my first doctorate in applied psychology. And I became a psychology professor. My first teaching appointment was at, right now it's called Asia Pacific International University. Before it was called Mission College. And I used to teach at Assumption University, Huamak campus, the big campus. I used to teach master's degree students, doctoral degree students and all that. And then you won't believe, I was teaching only at the university. And then I became an administrator or a leader of an international school, which now become an international education provider, because we don't just have school, we have got business college, we also have university, and now we also have a blockchain project, all in the field of education, international education. But can you imagine me moving from something that I thought I would be doing into something completely different now? I'm leading, I'm managing, I'm like a project manager now. And that is why I had to do my MBA. And then I recently finished my DBA. These are all in business field. And then just about 3 or 4 years ago, I got into the blockchain and cryptocurrency. And now you won't believe, like just now, one of your classmates were showing us how he is trading. But I am literally a trader now. I am watching charts like this every day on a daily basis. Of course, all right. So, when I look back at my life and I think, oh, I wanted to become a soldier, and then I became passionate about chemistry, and then I went and studied psychology, and then I became a university professor. But then now my majority of the time is spent in blockchain, cryptocurrency, but another part of my time is still in education, of course, because I'm still managing many education institutions. So whatever you have plans or you have planned, just keep in mind, these are just temporary plans, right? You always must keep your minds open, be flexible, and be open to learning new things, because that is what will make you successful today. Not having a degree or not having expertise in one area, but be able to absorb as many things as possible and use it in a very intelligent, smart way. All right. So with that, I would like to start my presentation today on blockchain, of course, on blockchain. And they gave me a list of topics, and I chose the topic of blockchain, applied blockchain generally, but I'm also going to focus on sharing with you how you could raise fund or raise capital if you have a new startup project, because I actually did it. And when I started off, I was clueless. There was a lot of things to be learned, and no one actually came to me and sat down with me and coached me. I had to learn everything by myself. So a lot of mistakes were made, a lot of serious reading was required. Of course, I watched a lot of YouTube videos also, but many of them are misleading. You have to be very careful as to how you select your source of knowledge and things like that. So let me share the screen so that we can proceed. All right, where is my screen? Okay, here. Okay, if you want to interrupt with any question at any point in time, you could do so, okay, but one at a time. I cannot answer too many questions at a time. But today, I'm just going to share with you my own experience in the field of blockchain. As I mentioned earlier, for me, blockchain is something that I got into just about 4 years ago. I saw the price of Bitcoin going up and down, and I said, why not advantage, or I take advantage of the what is that, the fluctuation, right, of the price, and invest some money to make some money. I thought like that, and I thought it's just an investment. I thought it's just like stock market, right? But when I got into it, I was surprised that I was starting a journey that continues till today. And I think this journey is going on for until my life ends, because this is the future. Where you are today, where you are now, is the future. And so, connecting back to what I said earlier, keep your minds open about careers. You know what, today so many young people come to me, or their parents come to me, because I'm a guidance counselor, right? Because of my psychology background and my counseling background. The parents ask me, oh, which university is good? Which program is good? Engineering, medical, this and that. I tell the parents, I tell the mom and dad, I tell the students, stop thinking traditionally, the way you used to think before. Go to school, get university degree, get a job, earn money, buy a house, buy a car. No, stop thinking like that. Because today, those who are successful are not those who go to university and get a degree. Now, I'm not saying that you should not go to university and get a degree. You should still do that if you want to. But there is more value to people who have real skill. Because you know what? I do a lot of interviewing, hiring and firing, right? For my own companies. I realized that many people who have got this, oh my God, surprisingly, shockingly, they don't have the skills that an employer or a company like myself require in the market. So there's no point of having a degree without skill. So if you ask me, what is more important? Sorry to say, what is more important is experience and skill, not necessarily the degree. And then you ask me, why did you get 4 doctorate degree then? Well, that's just my hobby. It's just my passion, okay? But the degree, the paper, the qualification doesn't define you, doesn't make you who you are. What makes you who you are is inside here and inside here, your heart and your mind, your brain, okay? You put that to use, be a good person and be a smart person, be an expert in something. And the choice of that field, I would say, consider blockchain, consider IT, consider artificial intelligence, machine learning, those kind of fields, because the big data, data analysis, this is the kind of fields that will really, really do well in the times to come. Even medical doctors, engineers, people in logistics, managers, all of them are going to come to this IT experts, blockchain expert, to ask them to help integrate these technologies into their own workspace. So you will become very, very important part of the society, part of the building block of the society, if you consider exploring in this particular field. Now, you don't have to do it full time. You can still be, let's say your mother wants you to become a businessman. You can still do management studies, but in the side, you have all these technology courses and all. Sometimes some of these courses are for free. You can still learn it in the side, okay? So learn multiple things. Why not? You never know which one comes in handy, right? If I was fixed-minded and say, no, I will only be an educator, only be a psychologist, now I'll be out of job. But because I was flexible, I learned blockchain, now I can do trading of cryptocurrency market. Unthinkable, unthinkable. How did I even ended up? I did not take any finance course. I did not do any course on blockchain technology, but I learned by myself and things like that. So be very open-minded, okay? And so today our topic is going to be about raising money the blockchain way. But a disclaimer, okay? There are many scams today, okay? There are many scams. People may just come to you and say, oh, buy this token now. It's going to go up in value 100 times in few months. If you put $10 now, it will become $100, $1,000, $100,000 tomorrow or day after tomorrow. Be very careful. There are many predators, right? Predators or people who are bad, scammers, who are taking advantage of the development in the space for their own good. So for me, I always tell people, do not put money with someone else. If you want to do blockchain, you want to invest in Bitcoin, you do it by yourself. Why you have to give your money to other people? If you do it by yourself, even if you lose it, you feel, okay, it's an education, it's a lesson I learned, that's okay. But if someone else cheats you, someone else scams you, you feel very, and I'm telling you, because I've been scammed before many times. So don't feel proud and say, no, I'm very smart, I know how to detect scammers. No, even the best of the best, even police officers, financial gurus have been scammed by scammers because they always come up with amazing, brilliant, clever method to con you. If they want to con you, they will con you no matter what. Okay. So I'm talking from experience. I've been scammed a lot of money. So there are many scams out there. So we have to be very careful. So I'm not trying to promote the blockchain cryptocurrency to you so that you go get into it now, invest money, borrow money, invest. No, or don't ask your parents for money and invest in it. No, don't do that. I'm just opening your mind today to a revolution. And the revolution is just beginning. And this revolution is going to change the way we look at the world today. Just like the internet revolution. 10, 20 years ago, when people came up with internet, right? And they said email, you can talk, to each other from one country to another, from one state to another state through email without sending post. I remember when I was in the college, I had a girlfriend. And when I went back home to Malaysia during the break, I miss her so much. Some of you know what I'm talking about. And I really wanted to write to her how much I miss her. Phone call, very expensive, no money, I miss her tang, na. And then no email that time, right? Email was just coming afterwards. But I remember during the time when email was not there, I had to write a letter, okay, handwritten, not even typing, okay? And then fold the letter. Of course, I put some perfume there, to make her feel like fainting when she opens the letter. And then I fold it. I have to go to the post office, put a stamp, and then put it in the mailbox. It takes like 1 week, 2 weeks sometimes to reach her. And then she opens the letter. And, by that time, maybe my feeling for her is already different. Maybe more love or maybe less love, right? But that was the case before. And then internet came and people said, come on, internet, what is this big scam here? It's a big bubble. It's not going to work. It's not going to last. But today, internet has changed the way we work. Today, I make money with my phone, not even with my laptop. My money, my income, everything I do is here in this small thing, this small thing, small packet here, and this one is what? 512 gigabyte, even bigger than some of the laptops or computers. Can you believe? I mean, maybe you guys cannot imagine how much we have progressed, but I am older than you. So I come from an age where we had big screen, bulky computers and things like that. And even the first phone was so big that, it fits the whole body, like whole face. But now we have this, this is iPhone 12 mini. I like mini because it's, it's really cute and very powerful nevertheless, okay? So internet changed the way we look at things. Some of you don't know what is the change because you just was born into this change. But some of us here know the progression and the development and the changes. And we put our hands on our cheek and say, wow, what has happened to this world? Today I do not watch TV. I never watch TV, by the way, cable TV and all. I don't like. I like YouTube. Not even Netflix. I don't like Netflix too much. It gets addictive, I like YouTube. Why YouTube? Because I get to decide what I watch, when I watch, for how long I watch. And you know what I like to watch? I like to watch Mino. Mino is the Korean guy, very fat. And he likes to eat, ASMR. He likes to eat and the way he eats. And I like to watch him eating. Can you believe that? When I had TV before, when I had cable before, I couldn't do that. Whatever the media decides to broadcast, I have to watch what they broadcast. I have no choice to tell them, no, I don't want to watch this now, I want to watch that. No. So internet has changed the way we live life. It has changed the way we work. It has changed the way we entertain ourselves. It has changed the way we communicate with people. A lot of changes. So now, the first internet is called Web 1.0, okay? Now, I just want to show you some pictures. I have to skip some, I'm very disorganized, so you can see that why I'm disorganized. Look at this slide here. This is called Web 1.0. The website during the Web 1.0 used to be like this. It's very static. It doesn't have any moving parts. It's like a newspaper or a magazine or a book. And do you like books? No, not many people like books, right? This is how internet used to be. This is how websites used to be. It is just a place where you go in and consume information. You get information. It's almost like going to a library. Only thing is, it's online. Okay, this was Web 1.0. You were not born. I think you may maybe not have born this time. Okay, I was there. This is the beginning of everything. Exciting. Oh my God, look at that. I don't have to go to the library and take one book after another. I can just go click on this. Okay, then came in Web 2.0. Now, Web 2.0 still exists now. Okay, and the changes were gradual. Now, with Web 2.0, the difference, say Web 1.0, you just consume or you use information. The websites were very static, meaning there's no interaction between the website and you. But then Web 2.0, things changed. You were given the opportunity to create content. So there is something called blogging. There is something called video streaming. Okay, now YouTube channel. And then Twitter, Donald Trump, people like Donald Trump, Elon Musk like to tweet, right? And some people here also like to tweet. I don't like to tweet, by the way. I don't have a Twitter account. Maybe I have, but I don't tweet. I think I don't have time for tweeting and all that. And Facebook, of course. So you see, Facebook, Twitter, Google, YouTube, and many others, right? Many other channels that we have, or websites that we have now, are very interactive. And this includes e-commerce, like Shopee, Lazada, where you can go, select, put the items in the cart, and then, you can customize the cart, and then you can add things, subtract, and then you say check out, and then you go pay. Wow. Imagine, this is Web 2.0, where we have moved from just consuming information, digging things out from internet and website, to interacting with the website. So the website now, the internet now is very dynamic. And while we are still in Web 2.0, we have already moved to Web 3.0. Whether you realize it or not, it's already happening. All right. And what is Web 3.0? Well, it is everything that is Web 2.0. It has all that feature. Plus, the biggest problem with Web 2.0 is privacy invasion. And you all know how Facebook and all that, they take your data and give to other people, right? And then sometimes if you have an e-commerce platform, like we do have, our schools are mostly run, our universities are run on e-commerce platform, where we sell courses and programs online itself. So people can come, enroll, and start studying, and then graduate, online. And we even have virtual graduation ceremony, right? So you have the risk of being hacked into, you have security breaches, okay, and so on and so forth. So the Web 3.0 is even more advanced than Web 2.0. The Web 2.0, you are one person contributing the content. But Web 3.0, you involve a community of people to contribute content. Okay. Now, the concept of decentralization comes into the picture, where no one person, Facebook is owned by Mark Zuckerberg, right? And YouTube is all owned by Google. Okay. Twitter is, I don't know who owns that. What is his name? Jack Dorsey or something, right? Owned by one person, right? But Bitcoin, for example, only Bitcoin, for example, just an example, is not owned by anyone. Bitcoin is owned by a collective community. The whole world, you won't believe how many people work on the technology of the blockchain behind Bitcoin without taking even 1 cent pay, because they're so passionate about it. They're so convinced that this is the future. This is the future of money. This is the future of saving. And this is the future of finance and banking. So they don't even ask for salary. They get together, organize themselves, contribute the expertise, and build the blockchain of Bitcoin from ground up. This is the beauty of Web 3.0, where, there is more liberalization or democratization of the internet, where internet is not held by a few people, few powerful people. Like now, Amazon, Facebook, and all that are very big, so huge. Google and all are so huge that they go around bullying other people, right? People are fed up with that. People don't want that, okay? And so they actually came up with Web 3.0, where things are even more different, more interactive, more empowering, and more community-based, meaning no one can bully the other. No one can say, I am in charge, I am in control, I get to decide. No, the community of people get to decide. So now, let's go back to the first slide. I'm sorry. This is how I give lectures, okay? I'm very random, very spontaneous. because this is how our brains work. Our brains doesn't work like step 1, step 2. No. Our brains work randomly, spontaneously. So anyway, please take a look at all these pictures. These are pictures like a cover of movies. How many movies have you watched from here?
1, 2, 3.
3. Okay, you watched 3 of these movies. Anyone else? Okay, the 3, right? Which one did you watch? Can you tell me?
The Matrix,
Okay.
Maze Runner, and Hunger Games.
Okay, Maze Runner, Hunger Games, and Matrix. Okay, the very famous ones. Okay, good. Anyone else? More than 3?
4.
Which one?
Maze Runner. Oh, did you go first?
The Maze
Oh.
Runner,
The Hunger Games and the,
Hunger Games,
the Divergent and Insurgent.
Divergent, and Insurgent. Oh, you haven't watched Matrix yet? It's very old anyway. But
I think I
someone
watched
here
like a
just now-
tiny bit of Matrix actually.
It's very long, and they talk a lot.
I haven't watched like the 3 movies in the Matrix. I think.
You watched all 3?
Yeah.
You can still watch. If you guys didn't watch, try to watch it if you have time, okay? Because it's very long. I think on Netflix they still have it, right? Anyone else? Any of the teachers? Can you tell me how many movies you watched and which ones?
I've seen 2.
Okay, who has seen 2? Can you tell me the names?
Vigo.
Oh, Vigo, yes.
I've seen Divergent and Insurgents.
Okay.
And the third one, but it's not here.
Do you still remember them?
Is the Maze Runner the virus one?
The Maze Runner? What is that?
Is it the virus where the guy's blood has the cure?
I think so. Some experiment, right? They were putting these kids in an experimental like arena.
Yes, I have seen 2, I think.
Okay, good. Anyone else?
I will watch the 6 now, I think.
6, all 6. Okay, many people have not watched the Dark City because it's the older one. I think it's very similar to Matrix, but then it's very older than Matrix and not as popular. But I love Dark City because it's very philosophical, okay, but very similar to Matrix. Now this is a more important question. The first question was important, but it's just to break the ice. The next question is, can you tell me the similarities, the commonalities in all these movies in terms of their message or the theme that these movies try to bring out? Can you tell me? Anyone?
Advanced technology.
Okay, advanced technology. Okay, most of these movies or all of those movies have some notion of advanced technology. Okay, but not all of them, right? Maybe Dark City, yes. Matrix, yes. Hunger Games technology, I'm not sure now, but yeah, most of them have. Okay, anyone else? Anyone else? What is similar in all these movies? If you try to put all the movies together, why did I cluster them together? Because they all have same theme, same idea. They're trying to communicate to the public, right? Can you tell me what it is? What have you observed from these movies? Or you're just watching movie for entertainment, right? For me, I watch movie to get lessons from it. Okay, I try to see what is the theme. Why are they
same?
Yes. So why do you think? What makes them all similar in some way? Any idea?
Are they all trying to save the population or something?
Okay. You're getting very close now. Are they trying to say something about the population, right? The population.
Are they trying to save the population?
Or save the population, okay? Yeah. Very, very close. You're getting there. Okay, think in that direction, okay? Everyone else?
Humanity? No.
Okay, definitely. All of them, talk about humanity in general, yes?
I think it's like they're trying like to get out of a system or like in the real world or some real world.
Okay, so take the previous person's point and then mix it with this point. Saving humanity or saving population, yes, and trying to get out of the system, right? In Thailand also, I'm sorry, okay, I'm not trying to be political, but recently, last year and all that, Thai people started doing this from the Hunger Game, right? Well, basically what all these movies have in common, one commonality, there are many commonalities, but one similarity in all of them is that they want to get out of the system. They are sick and tired of being bullied, being under control, being dictated upon, being treated unfairly. Okay, and they sense something fishy. Initially, the movie starts with everything is normal, but then later on they realize that, oh, my life is in control. I mean, controlled by someone. We are just like puppets. You know, do I have the opportunity to make my own decision and decide my own course of life, or is someone else like playing a chess, you know, on the board, and I'm just a chess piece on the board? You're right. So I want to give a big hand clap for the people who answered this question. Yes, the commonalities, the similarities in all these movies is that they all try to break away from the system. Very good, very well done. Okay, so I want to ask you this question then. How many of you like to be controlled and be told exactly what to do and what not to do? Tell me, how many of you like to do it? Not
only sometimes. I think this is necessary too.
Okay, definitely. I'm not saying that you should become rebellious and bad boys and girls. Okay.
Only sometimes, yes.
Yes, but
I like it.
You know, again, from a psychological point of view, I'm not talking about becoming bad boys and bad girls and being naughty and not listening to parents. No, that is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the psychological need. Every human being has the psychological need to have some control over his or her life. That is why young people, especially when the teacher is too strict, they rebel. When the parents are too strict, they rebel. Not because they're bad boys or bad girls. No, they're good. But because psychologically inside them, they need some control to decide what they like, what they don't like, what they want, what they don't want. I'm not saying this is bad or good. I'm not saying what they choose is good or bad. No, that is next question. That is secondary question. The main issue is humans psychologically, inherently, okay, inside, when you are born, we are born like this. We don't like to be controlled and we don't want to be told what to do, what not to do. We like advice. We like recommendation. We like people to give us suggestion, right? Especially people who know better than us, people who are more experienced, like our parents, our teachers, our friends, older aunties and uncles. But we don't like to be told what to do or what movie to watch or what food to eat. No, we like this. Can we do this? Okay, so this is exactly what's happening in the world around you today. You must have seen in Myanmar, in where else? In Thailand, where else? Even in Malaysia, many people, you know, in European countries, in Africa recently, and many countries, right, where the population, someone mentioned the word population arises against the government. Population arises against a president or a leader of a country because they feel enough is enough. You know, you guys are controlling too much, and it's okay if you're my papa, mama, and you control, but if you do good to us. But if you control us and you don't provide food for me, you don't provide me with good education, no clothes to wear, then what is the point, right? So many times what is happening around the world today, many institutions of governments, many even private institutions are not responsible, like banks are not responsible, governments are not responsible, the ministries in the governments are not responsible. So people are moving from a centralized governing system to more decentralized. Now, decentralized doesn't mean there is no control at all. But as I said earlier, the community controls. So don't misunderstand, okay? When people say, oh, you know, cryptocurrency is not good or decentralization is not good, it's not true. Decentralization is not equal to rebelling. No, it's not like that. It is not bringing disorder to the society and community. No. Decentralization means you distribute the power to more people, not just one person, not just the king or the prime minister or the president, but you have more people, the public, the population, having contribution as to what needs to be done, how money should be spent, what we can do to improve things for children, for young people, for education, for business, for money, everything. All right. So the fact is the world is moving more and more toward decentralization. Okay, again, decentralization is not equal to rebellion or taking away control from the government. No, 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 that is not true. It is simply distributing, or I like to use the word sharing power with more people. Yes, Vigo has a question.
It's not a question, but like, I just want to say something.
Yes, go ahead.
It is like, if you want to have like more freedom, you need to have more like, you are the one that takes like control. And if you don't want to have that much freedom, you are going to be controlled more. So like, yeah, like, a responsibility. You take more responsibility if you want more freedom.
Okay.
And yeah, that like makes you want that makes you need to take control by yourself.
So
and
if you want to take more control over things, then you have to if you want to take more control over things, you have to take more responsibility also, right? Is that what you're saying? Okay, good. Do you have anything else to add, Vigo? No?
No.
Okay, thank you. So Vigo brought a very, very important point to add to what I've been saying, right? So very much true, okay? So the decentralized community are supposed to be responsible. And this is where I talked about scam earlier, right? So scammers, sometimes they come, they look at what's happening. Oh, they all are coming into groups and then building a group, and then they're trying to make money together. This is an opportunity to scam people. Let's take advantage of this system, and then, you know, they scam people. So we have to be very careful. So Vigo said something very important, okay? With decentralization comes greater responsibility, greater sense of accountability, meaning you cannot just, you know, throw anything and everything onto the community, right? So nowadays you have discussion forums or comment section on a website, or on a product that you want to buy or sell. You have comment section or review section and feedback section. You have to be responsible. Don't just trash people because you don't like them, you know, but you have to be objective. So this is something that we need to learn how to do over time. And sometimes, you know, it gets very messy. So for example, sometimes we have a WhatsApp group or Line group. Initially it starts off well, and suddenly someone, you know, starts attacking the other person, and the whole group collapses. So yes, you're right. When you get organized as a group, there's always going to be problems, right? Because we're human beings and we are psychological beings. And as I said, we don't like to be controlled. At the same time, we need some control, as someone else earlier said. We need some control. So there is going to be clashes. So when these clashes happen, we need to have some protocols, some procedures, some SOP, standard operating system, right? Or procedures to navigate around these kind of nuances or differences in how we experience things. So, all right, so we talked about how people want to get away from being controlled to being a contributor in the governance system. People want to be part of the governance system. They don't want to be told what to do, but they want to be responsibly part of the governing system. And this, I'm not talking about just in the government. I'm not talking about politics now. I'm talking about politics. I'm talking about money and banking, finance. I'm talking about education, okay? For example, if I ask you the question, what are the best universities in the world? Or what is the best university in Thailand? What would you say? Yes?
Chula.
Chula. Everyone will say that. But who told you that? Do you know that I can become the best university of any country or any world by paying a lot of money? Sorry, young people, this is the truth. I'm telling you from experience. Today, if I have a lot of money, I can actually pay money to, you know, officers and say, you know, give me some ranking, you know, give me some top level. They will give because money speaks, money talks. But this is exactly what people don't like. We want the truth, or at least 90% or 95% or 99% of the truth. We don't want whitewash, you know, something fake. Outside looks nice, glittering and fancy, but inside not real. No, we don't want that. So for that, the decentralized method or methodology works better. So Mr. Alfred said, Chula is the best university. I'm not saying no, but how do you know that? How many people decided that? Can we have another system where more people, maybe 100,000 people or 1 million people decide which one is the best university in Thailand? And maybe if we allow for that, maybe some other university will come to the picture. Who knows? We never know. Because our systems are so centralized right now. When you think about the premier university, the top university, Chula Mahidol Thammasat, finish. Because of the system. So this is just an example. Once again, I'm just giving example. I'm not saying anything conclusive about anyone, okay? Don't misunderstand. So Chula is still number one, okay? For now. But if we have a different method or convention of doing things, then that may change. So this is the whole revolution of Web 3.0, where people are fed up and tired of, you know, some people or some parties or some organization, some big bosses, you know, in fact, the big bosses may be mafia, you know, you never know. Big bosses holding on to power and saying, okay, this is what happens. This is what should not happen. Even COVID. I don't know how many of you, you know, do research, but even COVID, some people say it's because of Bill Gates. But some people say, no, it cannot be, you know, it's just an accident in the lab in Wuhan. And some people say, no, it's just a natural disaster. So we have all this differing view, but no one knows the truth. And that is very, very sad. And the way media also contributes to this, okay, media makes it even more difficult for us to know the truth, because media, again, media goes according to who pays them the most money, and the narrative or the explanation is always controlled by who pays them the money. All right. So this is the situation at hand. Now, sorry, okay. All right, now, I think you already know what's happening in the world today, okay? But do you know how blockchain came to the picture in the first place? Now, when I talk about blockchain, I talk about Bitcoin because Bitcoin is the first and the king of blockchain. No one can argue with that. Nowadays, there are many people who will come and say, oh, Bitcoin is slow, Bitcoin is this, Bitcoin is that. But no, the truth of the matter is, Bitcoin is the reason why we have Web 3.0. Bitcoin is the reason why we have blockchain. Everyone else just come and copy it and reproduce. So Bitcoin is the best, no mistake about that. Okay, so how did we get to this situation today? How many of you remember 2008? Were you there? 2008? You were small children? Many years ago.
I wasn't born.
You weren't born. Who was not born? Everyone was born, right? At that time?
I was 8 years old.
8
Yeah,
years
I was
old.
born.
Most probably you were eating candies and enjoying life. You didn't know what was happening, right?
Yes,
wasn't
I
even
was
born.
enjoying very much. You're right.
What is that? Sorry, someone else said something.
Yes, I was enjoying eating candy every day. Yes.
I wasn't even born then.
You were not born. Oh, okay, okay.
No.
So in 2008, which is not too long ago for me, okay? 2008, there was a financial crash in the US, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
And this crash was caused almost purposely by Wall Street and people on Wall Street, especially the Lehman Brothers. It's a big bank. And there was a lot of irresponsible practices, malpractices, like illegal, unprofessional, unethical practices engaged in by big people. People, you know, who everyone else trusts their money with. People who you close your eyes and believe because they are professionals. They are Lehman Brothers CEO and things like that. You just close your eyes and you believe them, right? Like banks. Today you go to bank and you deposit money. Do you ask them, is this money safe? How do I know my money is safe? Can I come back and take my money anytime? Do you ask this question? No, you don't. You go to bank, you deposit the money, right? No questions asked. Exactly like that, okay? A lot of banks and financial institutions realize that they have the ultimate power, okay? Because they have ultimate power, what happens? Corruption comes in. They were arrogant, they were corrupt, and they were greedy. You know what? Many people say, oh, this person wants power. He wants to be the prime minister, president, or whatever, because he wants power. You know what? Power is not the issue. The number one thing everyone wants is money, not even power. What is the use of power? Whether I'm CEO or managing director or president, it doesn't matter. If I have money, I can make myself president or CEO or managing director anytime. So the main thing here is money, not even power. Don't make mistake. It's not power. It's money that they get by coming to power. That is why people race toward power, power, power. Become crazy. Okay? Don't do that. Money is the real issue here. And Wall Street and Lehman Brothers, the big bank, they were so irresponsible that they caused 11 trillion, loss to normal people like you and me in the US. Families who have invested their monies in the bank, invested their money in property market, invested their money in the stock market, everything wiped out in a blink of an eye. Can you imagine losing all your saving in a few seconds? One time you open your phone, you see, oh, I have $10,000. And then the next minute you open again and you check, I have $1 left. How will you feel? You feel terrible, horrible. So a lot of people, I'm talking about many, many people were affected. They went out of jobs. They lost all their saving. They came outside on the street, no more home. Okay, because banks were giving loans without being responsible. They were over leveraging themselves until they all collapsed. And so what happened? 2008, the biggest stock market crash ever happened, right? In the US, Wall Street, of course. And you know what? Whether we want it or not, the fact of the matter is the US controls the rest of the world. So when Wall Street crashes, when S&P 500, when NASDAQ and all these markets crash, what happens? When the Dow Jones crash, the rest of the world will follow. First, European market will crash, and then the Asian market will crash. It means the whole world has crashed. Okay, and it's a ripple effect. One thing leads to another, and it becomes very, very messy. And so that time it was Obama, the President Obama, and you know what they did? This is how they solved the problem. So Bitcoin did not come into the picture. Blockchain did not come into the picture because of the crash. No, the crash was not the reason for Bitcoin. But after that, what happened? You know how they solved this problem? Instead of punishing all these bad boys, all these, mafia type bankers and financial institution leaders for misbehaving, for being so irresponsible, for being unethical, unprofessional, for ruining people's life, instead of punishing them, you know what they did? They said, oh, banks are collapsing. We need to save them. Companies are collapsing. We need to save them. So what they did? The Federal Reserve, which is the world's biggest bank, the bank that controls all other banks in the world, started printing money. They print money. You know, they just printed money. What is money? Money, paper money. They said, okay, we need money. We need more money. Let's print it. So they started printing money. Okay. And what happened? Now, this is a graph that shows how much money was printed that time. And you know how much debt, what is the US country, okay, debt today? I think the US, the United States, has a debt of 20 trillion US dollars. Okay, this is how much they have printed until, I think, 2020, right? So far, since 2008 until now, they have printed about $7 trillion. Now, what is $7 trillion? By the way, for me, I don't know about you, right? For me, if I owe someone even 1,000 baht, I hate owing people anything, right? But if I owe people even 1,000 baht, I cannot sleep that night. I have to pay that person back that 1,000 baht. Until then, I cannot rest my mind. So I pay first, right? Look at this picture. This is how $1 trillion look like. This is $1 million, and then 100 million. If you stack it up, right, US dollar, if you arrange it in $100 bill, this is how $1 trillion looks like. And how much money did they print? 7 trillion. $7 trillion printed out of nowhere. $7 trillion printed from the thin air. You know? So this is why blockchain came to the picture. Blockchain was born out of governments, financial institution, banks, irresponsible behavior of solving problems, economic problem, financial problem by printing money. Do you know how much they printed last year? Anyone? How much money did the US print last year alone? Just guess. Take a guess.
Bunch because of COVID.
Because of COVID and all that, right? How much did they print?
At least like
$1 trillion.
1 trillion. Who else?
7.
7 trillion. 7 trillion is the total, okay? But last year, 2020, how much did they print? The US alone.
3.
3 trillion.
1.5.
Okay, 1.5. But actually, by the time President Donald Trump stepped down, they had already printed and sent out about $3 trillion. $3 trillion.
Oh, I got it right.
Yes. $3 trillion is a lot of money. and you ask the question, what is the real value of this $3 trillion? Is it really valuable? This is what happens when you print money irresponsibly. And by the way, there are countries that collapsed, completely collapsed, okay? Like for example, in Zimbabwe, it's an African country. Please go and do some research.
Oh, yeah, I think I know this one.
In Zimbabwe, they have to carry bags, like 1 billion of their money to buy 1 loaf of bread. That is what inflation means. It means the paper money loses value. So this is a very good picture that illustrates what happens when you have inflation. Previously, $5, you can buy a big hamburger. But because of money printing, irresponsible money printing, you can buy the same $5 now, you get a small burger. Now you can ask your mom and dad, because they have seen, things change, right? If you ask mom and dad, my mom and dad always like to talk about this. My dad loves to tell his story. He says, oh, with 50 satang or 1 baht, I can get a big bowl of noodle soup and I finish it and they can even give me more. 50 satang. Today, to buy a bowl of noodle, you have to spend minimum, if you go to the streets, right? The street hawker, 40 baht, 35 baht. You see, 50 satang, 35 baht, 40 baht. That is called inflation over time. So money, right? Money that you hold today, you can be proud, oh, I have 1 million baht. But that same 1 million baht, if you don't grow it, if you don't multiply it, if you keep holding on to the 1 million baht and say, oh, I'm going to be 1 million baht rich for 10 years, by the time you reach the 10th year, the same 1 million loses value, significantly loses value. This is why you have to be financially smart, and people don't teach this in school. I'm very glad that your school is providing you this opportunity to learn about this, because this is not taught in any school. And you know what? Sadly, they purposely don't want to teach you this. Why? Because they don't want you to become money smart. They don't want you to know what they are really doing with money and printing money and manipulating the market. They don't want you to know. They want you to be stupid. They want you to go to school, earn a degree, go to work, and then when market crash, you say, oh, market crash, I lost money. No. This is not how you're supposed to live life, okay? You are supposed to know what they are doing so that they have done something wrong. They are arrogant, corrupt, and greedy. And that is why the 2008 market crash happened. And how they solved the problem? They solved by printing more money. And by printing more money, they introduced valueless money. So today, the money that you and I hold, yes, they still have value, because this is what I was talking about. The US as a country has a $20 trillion debt today. But US is a very interesting country. You know what they do? They sell their debt to other countries. Like China will buy something called bond. Bonds are like securities, right? And the bonds are nothing but debt. They're buying US debt. And then later on, they will cash it back. It's almost like buying something for future. Okay, you have $20 trillion debt. I will buy $10 billion of your debt. I'll keep it. After 10 years, I will cash it back. You have to give me some interest. Okay, so this is when, and no one knows who or which individual or a group of people did this. This is when the blockchain technology was born. And the blockchain technology, the main reason for the blockchain technology was what? The blockchain technology was all about decentralizing finance, decentralizing money, decentralizing bank. They said, you know what, these financial institutions, these banks are so corrupt and greedy, and they are manipulating us. And you know, and in places like Greece and all, you know, I don't know how many of you come from Greece or European countries. In Greece, people went to the bank and the bank said, please come back tomorrow. We don't have any money here. We run out of money. So I have, like, for example, I have $10,000 in the bank and I want to withdraw $5,000. The bank says, no, go and come tomorrow. Maybe we can give you some money. Maybe, not sure. And then I go tomorrow, they say, oh, you can withdraw $10 only. We don't have money here. So some people, you know, some brilliant, smart people, some people who got really, really pissed off, upset about the system and being controlled, being centralized, they said, no, this has to stop, and it has to stop now. Let's use technology, and the technology called blockchain, to solve this problem. So they were trying to solve a problem. You know, people say, oh, Bitcoin is bad. Bitcoin is using in the dark web to buy marijuana, to buy pornography, to do smuggling, to do human trafficking. No, that is not true. Yes, some people did use Bitcoin early years to do that in the dark web, but that is not the only use of Bitcoin. Bitcoin was not meant for that. You know, anything can be used for good or bad, and people decide that. But even US dollar, even Thai baht, or any money for that matter, Malaysian ringgit, I come from Malaysia, Malaysian ringgit can be used for bad. It doesn't mean that Bitcoin is bad. People do bad things with good products, right? So, so don't listen to people when they say, oh, it's bad. No, research yourself. Why are they saying that? And I can tell you one thing. The blockchain technology, of course, they say, no, we don't hate blockchain. We love blockchain. We just hate Bitcoin. But hello, can you separate Bitcoin from blockchain? Cannot. Bitcoin is the blockchain and blockchain is the Bitcoin, right? It's just like I want to separate mom from dad. Cannot. Without mom and dad, there is no you, right? You need both of them together. So governments and banks and financial institutions say, oh, we love blockchain, but we don't like Bitcoin. No, they're trying to trick you because they know what the blockchain can do. So with Bitcoin or blockchain, what has happened? People very geniusly, very intelligently created a peer-to-peer permissionless, like you don't need a bank to say, okay, I permit you to send money to that person. Today, if I want to send money, I have to go to the bank, fill a form, and then tell the bank, okay, I want to send money to this person in the UK because I'm paying my tuition fee. I'm studying a doctorate program by distance learning, online learning. And then I have to get permission from the bank. The bank will say, okay, where did you get this money from? How much is your salary? Oh, they will do investigation like they're police officers, okay? And then they say, okay, now we believe that you have good money, not black money, not unclean money, but clean money. Now we give you permission to send the money. And then, and then they let you send the money. It takes like hours. And then for that other person to get the money, their bank over there have to give permission. So multiple levels of control and investigation and interview and paperwork, and it takes hours and hours, right? The blockchain technology cuts across all that. It says no to all this. It's my money. Now, I'm not talking about black money, okay? I'm talking about honestly earning money, having income. So if it is my money, honestly earn money, I want to send my money to, let's say, Teacher Alfred. I say, Teacher Alfred, what is your wallet address? Digital wallet address? Give it to me, and I will cut and paste that. And then I send the Bitcoin. He will get the Bitcoin, which can be converted into real money. Understand? So this is it. It's peer-to-peer. It is verifiable on the blockchain itself. It doesn't mean that no one knows what's happening. No, everything is recorded. But the good thing is, it's recorded and it's recorded forever. It's for good. Anytime you want to check the transaction that took place between myself and Mr. Alfred can be checked on the blockchain itself. And no one can go inside and change. Like what Lehman Brothers, what Wall Street officials and then all did. They did some creative accounting. They manipulated the computer data. They, they play games with the numbers. They falsify the numbers. They make the numbers fake. So they can do all the manipulation because they are the only one controlling it. It's their own computer. So, and then they report to people, different numbers. Like for example, in India, I remember a big IT company that was listed on that stock market. Every year they said, oh, we are making a lot of money. We are making a lot of money. But the actual truth was they were not making money. They were making losses. But because the government closed one eye, because they must be paying the government, close one eye and say, oh, okay, their report is genuine. No one audited them. No one double checked them or cross checked them. They reported fake data for, I think, 10 years. And they were doing very well in stock market. The candlestick was always going up and up and up. People bought their stock, bought. And then one day they crashed. Why? Because they found out that this company had been making losses for the past whole 10 years. And the company got bankrupt, closed down. And what do you think happened to all the people who invested their hard-earned savings in the stock of that company? Gone to zero, nothing. All these can be avoided on the blockchain, because on the blockchain, you cannot manipulate data. You cannot change it when you want to, or you cannot go and say, hey, come here, I'll pay you some money. You go and change the data. You go and type it, hack into the hard drive and type it and change it. Cannot do that, because it is like you see in the picture. It is a network. It is a community of people who are governing, controlling the whole system. So I cannot just go to, for example, Zeno or Ruby Rose, right? Or Mr. Alfred. I cannot just go to you and say, I pay you some money, you do some corruption. Can I? No, cannot. Because everyone in the community has to be paid. No one is going to do that. I don't think everyone in the community will be corrupt. 1 or 2% is always the bad person, right? But not everyone. So, and many people say, oh, but the blockchain is hackable. Has Bitcoin ever been hacked before? Can you answer this question to me now? I think all of you are very silent now. Can someone tell me, has Bitcoin ever been hacked?
No.
Who said no?
Sharon.
Okay, Sharon said no. Anyone else?
Me too.
Okay, correct. Bitcoin has never been hacked before. Never. Yes, sometimes people go into an exchange, like the trading exchange, and take out Bitcoin from there. That is same like a thief breaking into a bank and stealing money. That is same. So can you not steal from the bank? Yes, of course you can steal money from the bank. Can you not steal from an exchange that keeps Bitcoin? Yes, you can do that. But the Bitcoin, the Genesis blockchain, we call it the Genesis, meaning the number one, the first ever blockchain, right? The Bitcoin Genesis blockchain until today, it's been what, 14 years now, never ever been hacked by anyone, no matter how genius you are, never been hacked. So this is the best thing about this particular thing, okay? So it is governed by the people, it is controlled by the people, community of people, it is made for the people, it is decentralized. And governments don't like that, banks don't like that, the financial institutions don't like that, because they cannot manipulate it. They cannot fake it. They cannot exploit it. They cannot engage in unethical practices with it. And it is very, very secure. All right. Let's move on to the next slide. Okay, I want to ask you, is there any question so far? Any question?
No.
Yes, Zeno.
So I heard this from a video, and I wonder if it's true or not. If you actually wanted to have, do you need to do 100 and 1,000 of others' computer?
Yes, you need many, many computers to run the blockchain, right? Because what happens is this one computer becomes one, they call it node or a center. And then this computer becomes another center. And then my laptop becomes another center. So like this, we can interconnect many, many computers, around the world. So even if one computer fails, the other one will back up. And many people say, oh, what if there is no electricity or Wi-Fi in the world? Let's say the whole earth go black or blank, no electricity. Will Bitcoin still work? Yes. You know what? They have satellite backup already in place. That's why Bitcoin is amazing. And you won't believe the people who work behind Bitcoin, they don't take salary, not even 1 baht, 1 cent. But they all work very excitedly, very passionately to make this technology happen because they realize this is for the future. You know what? Sincerely, what I feel, this is for you guys. Because me and Mr. Alfred and all, we live in a system that is very broken, that is very exploited, very controlled, very, very corrupt. But some people, some adults are very good-hearted people, very smart. They say, for our future generation, for our young people, when we are dead and gone, we don't want them to have this kind of future. We want them to have a better future where they all live together, they all cooperate with each other, and they all help each other, not hit each other down, not attack each other, not bully each other. So this is very democratized, liberalized system. Okay. Now, I don't know how many of you know Robert Kiyosaki. He is a Hawaiian, okay, American, very famous guy. He talks about finance, talks about money, talks about bank, and he didn't go to school, by the way. He didn't go to school. He always says, okay, he didn't say that you should not go to school, but he didn't go to school, and he says, you know what, school sometimes make you stupid. Sorry to say this. Even though I run school, I have universities I'm managing and all that, I can tell you sometimes if the owners and the leaders and the teachers of the school don't have the right idea, they actually try to make people stupider. I don't know if there's a word such as stupider, but yeah, more stupid. They don't want people to become smart. So Robert Kiyosaki always talks about this. He says, you know what? Schools make people financially stupid. They don't understand money, but he educates people about money. So you can go to YouTube and read or watch his videos. He always wants to talk to young people about what is money, how to make money, how to be smart about making money, etc., etc. Very, very brilliant guy, okay? He's like a guru. And he even came to Bangkok once, okay? Montong Tani, 50,000 people. I was one of them. I was sitting very far from him, okay? Because I didn't have much money to buy a ticket that time, okay? But I listened to him. Wow, amazing. Thai people love him. So he says, gold is God's money. Why is it God's money, by the way? Why is gold considered as God's money? Gold, silver, copper, oil, these can be considered God's money. Why?
Natural resource.
Because
because it's natural resource. So we feel, okay, it's coming from God. Okay, God gave us all this. Okay, good. Thank you very much. Now,
it's from Earth.
Okay, it's from Earth, right? It's taken from Earth. Of course, Elon Musk said there's a meteor coming with gold. I don't know. He's always talking, I don't know, something funny. But yeah, it's from Earth, right? So gold is God's money. How about the money that you and I have, the Thai baht, or US dollar? What money is that?
I mean, technically, just paper. Paper.
Exactly. You got it right. I'm very glad that you realize that. Technically, it's just a paper. There is no real value to that money. The value comes from the promise of the government saying that this paper here that has 1,000 written on it is equivalent to 1,000 baht. Okay, you can trust me. I trust you. Okay, go ahead. Like in India, they say chalo, chalo. Go ahead and use the chalo. Chalo, go ahead and use the money. Very funny.
Dr. Edward, are you from India?
I'm from Malaysia.
Oh, okay.
But I've been to India and all, okay? So anyway, someone very correctly said, it's just a paper. So we call it fiat money, right? Fiat money is government's money. So all the money that you and I hold and use every day, it's government's money. That is why government controls it. So that is why the government says, oh, we have money problem. So what we do? Okay, let's print more money. Print. Just print. Okay. Yes.
But it's also, I was wondering when I was a kid, people cut trees, but they don't cut money, and they are made of the same material.
So it's a bad thing, right?
Yeah. and it's still God's money because trees were made from earth.
Okay, Zeno is very, very, wow, very, very trickily smart, huh? Okay, correct. It is still, paper comes from tree, and so supposed to be God's money, right? But okay, the reason why Robert Kiyosaki says fiat is government's money is because the government controls it 100%. 100% government controls it. Okay, so that is why. But you're right. You're very. I like the way you think. Okay, I like people thinking like this. Okay, and last but not the least, Robert Kiyosaki says cryptocurrency is people's money. Remember here, it is made by people for people. And as Zeno just mentioned, think about it. The more money you print, the more trees you are cutting down. So it only makes sense. So for the future generation, you not just want to save the financial system, but you also want to be environmentally friendly. You want to save the trees, you want to save the earth. So it's also making more sense to go crypto or to go digital. Because today, how many of you pay money with real paper money?
Like my parents pay with like app maybe, I think.
Oh,
Maybe
mostly we pay what? With online banking, right?
Yeah, it's like
Mostly, I think 90%. Even me, I'm an old guy. Even me have moved into
I have
mobile.
only cash for now.
Who is paying cash for now?
No, I only do cash, 20 baht, 30 baht.
Oh yes, small money, right? And also because of COVID, remember when we touch money, you know how many people are touching money? And you know, we never know where the hand went before. So better not touch, right? So it's a good thing. So gold is God's money. The paper money that we have today is government's money because government has 100%. I think Zeno is looking at his hand now. What's happening to my hand? The paper money that you and I hold today are government controlled, so it's government money, and cryptocurrency is people's money. And you know, just now I was telling you, if I want to pay money, I have to go to the bank, fill the form, blah, blah, blah. You know what? Nowadays, I do that, but not as much. Nowadays, I just transfer everything using crypto. And you will be surprised. I just take like few seconds to transfer, and within less than 2 or 3 minutes, the person in another part of the world gets the money. Oh my God, I'm telling you. You know, even today, I've done it many times, right? But even today, I sit down and think about it. I say, wow, this is amazing. You are transferring value from one place to another in a split of a second. This is revolutionary. And so we really have to thank Satoshi Nakamoto, whoever that is, or if it is a group of people, we really have to thank them. Because of them, we have something called the blockchain today. All right. So that is briefly, you know, blockchain. But okay, so if I ask you, if you have some money to invest, well, what will you invest in today? Okay, you have gold, you have money. Will you keep your savings in money? Or will you keep your savings in gold? Or will you keep your savings in crypto? Let me ask you this question. Okay, I want everyone to answer. Okay, tell me, only choose one. If you have to choose to keep your money, if you want to keep your saving in 3 formats, one is gold format, one is paper money, another one is crypto. Which one do you choose? Tell me.
Crypto.
Okay, one crypto.
Crypto because like gold is kind of like expensive.
Okay, how many of you will? Okay, so someone is saying gold and crypto. Is that what you're saying?
I will go with gold.
Okay, one person will go with gold. Okay?
Crypto because like gold is kind of like expensive.
You can touch it, right?
Yeah, I like the touch.
You can feel it. Otherwise,
I will go with crypto.
Okay, so we have about 3 or 4 crypto now and 2 gold. Okay, who else? How about the teachers?
Crypto.
Okay, we have one teacher saying crypto. So 5 people for crypto. Who else? Anyone else?
Crypto. Don't
Okay,
put
6
all
for
your
crypto.
eggs in one basket. So gold, crypto, a bit at the bank.
Okay, this is very good advice actually. You never put everything in one basket. That's very true. No, but if you have to choose only one, just for the exercise, okay, for our discussion.
Probably crypto.
Okay. Anyone else wants to answer?
Crypto.
Okay, okay. So majority here says crypto. Okay, now again, I am not telling you you must do that now. Please don't. I'm just taking a show of hands just to show you that today people, younger people especially, whether you want it or not, you know, older people, they can argue, they can debate, they can shout as much as they want and say, no, gold is better, money is better, saving in the bank is better. They can say that as much as they want. But the truth is this, market is driven by the people, right? And most young people are moving into crypto. And I was surprised just now, before you guys, the primary school had meeting assembly, and there was one boy who is in what? Grade what? Mr. Alfred, grade what? Grade 6. Grade 6, who's trading Bitcoin for his mother. Like, what? I am embarrassed now. I only started 4 years ago when I was like 41 years old, and he is doing it when he's 6 years old. Imagine how great that is. I'm so happy to hear that, okay? I'm not saying that you should do that. Now, someone just now, I don't know, maybe it sounded like a teacher, huh? Don't put all your eggs in one basket. That is very true. Even me, I do not do that. I have gold, I have some US dollar, I have some Thai baht, I also have crypto, okay? But if you ask me, my savings, about, I think 70% is crypto because I'm also trading crypto. And then 20% is, commodities like gold. And then 10% is cash because I need to use cash, right? Every day and things like that. But whoever said just now, don't put all your eggs in one basket, very true. Even Robert Kiyosaki says that. You never put all your eggs in one basket. You have to diversify. So some money in the bank is necessary. You need it, okay? So, and then some of you may be thinking about buying property, all right? Somehow I never was passionate about property, but let me tell you a secret. Robert Kiyosaki made his billions and millions with property, but he has a technique. If you want to learn, go read his books, okay? Now I want to introduce you to something more crazy. Something that happened in 2021. Okay, we talked about gold, we talked about money, we talked about Bitcoin, but there is something even more exciting happening. I won't say it's exciting, it's really shocking. This is called NFT, non-fungible token. It is not cryptocurrency, it is called non-fungible token, meaning once you make the token, one token, it cannot be remade. It is only one in the world. The whole world has only one of this, okay? So you have the first one here, CryptoPunk. You see the picture? You know how much is that digital token worth? That thing there, you see what you see?
Oh, I see the number.
That thing, that picture there, right? That picture of a guy in computer digital graphics, it's $1.54 million. Can you believe this? And then you see below that 9 Genesis plots. Today, people are buying pieces of land online. I'm not talking about real land on earth. I'm talking about digital land on a program, on an application. For how much? 1 million, 1.5 million. Can you believe this? And then someone bought Jack Dorsey's first Twitter post. I think that is costing about 1.9 million or something. No, 2.9 million. That one is 2.9 million. It has been converted, the tweet, his first ever tweet, the Twitter owner's tweet, first tweet has been converted into a non-fungible token NFT, and the price tag on it is 2.9 million US dollars. Someone bought it. And then this one here, this artwork, it's actually gummy bear made out of gold, and the gummy bear is dead. That's why you see the skeleton of the gummy bear, okay? And that is costing $1 million. This is another asset class that came into existence just this year. Young people, this is shocking. I am shocked myself. I can understand Bitcoin because it is still something that I can understand, okay? But this one here, I really don't understand. And you know, people buy this. For example, I buy the CryptoPunk for 1.45 million from someone, and now I become the sole owner of it. It's on the blockchain. So no one can go and hack it. No one can go and tamper with it. I am the only owner. I'm the sole owner forever. This cannot be replicated. That's why there is a serial number there. And what I can do, maybe after 1 year or 2 years or 3 years or 4 years or 5 years, the value of that may go higher and I can sell it. So people are speculating on the price going higher. So similarly, they're buying a virtual land because today the land costs 1.5 million. Tomorrow, maybe the cost will go to 2 million. I make $500,000 in between. People are doing this. And all this is possible because of the blockchain. This one here. Blockchain made it happen. So if you are thinking, I'll go to university, go get a degree and start making money, think again. I am really shocked with what's happening in the world today. If you do not educate yourself with this kind of knowledge, you are going to lose big time because you are letting go of opportunity right in front of your eyes. It's in your hand today. You see it, you touch it already. And then you say, I don't want to learn about it. Because why? Because it sounds absurd. No. If it is absurd, it won't cost 1.54 million. If someone is willing to pay that much money, that means something is real, something is happening. Okay. If it is scam, of course, it is different, right? But if someone is paying money for it, it means it has value for it. All right. So I want you to think about this, okay? Any question? I would like to stop for question again. Any question? Yes.
So can you technically buy anything, like everything that you can buy, and then you just wait for a few years and then the price would go in crazy skyrocket to the moon?
Okay. When you say anything, what do you mean? Like gold? You're talking about gold?
Like gold or like a piece of land.
Piece of land online, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, if you look at this example, the 9 Genesis plots, this is actually an actual game. So if you're talking about gamer community, oh, you talk about a large group of people who will kill for the game, right? Again, I don't understand them, but I've seen them. When they are playing their game, they don't even eat food. No one can talk to them. They're shut because they're competing. They're earning money. Okay. So if you know what is happening there and say, okay, I see a market for it in 2 years time, 3 years time, more people are going to come and play this game. And then the land is going to increase in value. Of course, you can. But again, you have to be responsible. The key word someone mentioned earlier, you need to be more responsible now. You have to do your research. Okay, but one thing I know for sure, I can tell you now. If you buy gold and silver today, real gold and silver, it will go up in value for sure, 100%, right? Because it's very difficult to get them and no one is producing them like printing money. If you save a lot of money, let's say you have 1 million baht and you say, I only keep it in paper money. As I said earlier, that 1 million baht 10 years from now will become less valuable. Don't forget this picture here. This picture is very real, nah? This will happen to all money. All paper money, this will happen. Okay. Just like when you buy a car. You know, many people like to buy sports car, big car. You know, real rich people don't buy fancy car. You know why? Because they know that is not a good investment. If you buy a house, it's a good investment. But if you buy a car, you know what happens when you buy a car? No matter what.
I know.
Yes, what happens?
It loses value.
Immediately. The moment you pay and take out the car from the showroom, it loses value. Finish.
Yeah, but I like cars, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I mean.
If you have so much money that you want to just fancy with it, yeah. But if you think car is investment, no, unless it is like Mini Cooper from 1920 or something, it's like classic car, and then you renovate it, you customize, modify it, that is different. It's collectible, right? Collectible, people pay anything for it. But if you're buying like a fancy car now, Ferrari and Lamborghini and all that, and then think I'm going to sell it for higher price, nah, that's not going to work. So if you're asking about money, money will go down in value. Yes, paper money will go down in value. Buy gold, it will go up in value. Bitcoin, okay, don't fight with me, okay? But I tell you, Bitcoin will go very, very high. That is given, okay, for sure. But you have to be patient. Why you have to be patient? Because think about it. Bitcoin started off at what value? The first transaction of Bitcoin, you know what happened? Someone spent 10,000 Bitcoin to buy what?
Pizza.
2 pizza. Okay, now I have a calculator, okay? 10,000 Bitcoin, today's price, it's about $360 million. So over the period of 13 years, Bitcoin has gone from 0 to $36,000. What is that? That is $36,000 means how much? That's 36,000 times, or in percentage, that is 3.6 million percentage. Okay, so if you are rushing and say, oh, I buy Bitcoin today, tomorrow it has to go to 1 million, don't do that. Now, of course, I'll be wrong. But if you say, I have some money, I invest in Bitcoin and I can wait for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. You know, I bought Bitcoin. Okay, let me tell you my experience. I bought 10 Bitcoin at 200,000 baht per Bitcoin. After 9 months, I sold the same 10 Bitcoins for 3.2 million baht, meaning I invested 2 million baht and I sold it for 3.2 million baht. I have a profit of 1.2 million in 9 months. And I asked myself, which bank will give me that kind of interest? No. Even if I invest in business, sometimes I cannot get that much because businesses nowadays do, you know, poorly. So this is, so if you ask the question, what can I invest in? There are many options, okay? But don't invest blindly. Before I invested, I did a lot of research. I talked to many people, good people, huh? Don't talk to scammers. And don't ever give your money to others, okay? Do it by yourself, your own account, okay? And I did a lot of research before I said, okay, let me start small, something like that.
Dr.
Don't ever put all your saving in one basket, right? Yes, Mr.
Right.
Alfred? Yes.
Yeah. What do you see about the future of blockchain technology, Bitcoin, crypto into the educational?
Okay, so we are going to go there, right? Okay, so we're moving from money to education. Why? Because it all started with finance. Because there was a monetary problem. We had a financial problem. And the problem keep repeating. Every 10 years, you'll see it coming back, coming back, coming back. And remember, 2020, last year, March, stock market crashed again. I remember the day, 22nd March. So it's almost like every time the market crashes. So they said, enough is enough. We have to solve this problem. So that's when the blockchain was given birth to. And you must remember now, you know how money evolved. You see, first, how many of you remember carrying coin purse? Even boys used to carry coin purse. And then, of course, when we grow up, we carry wallet. Women like to carry Chanel wallet and all that. And then we started using credit card, debit card. And now we don't even use cards. I don't like to use card. I like to use the phone. Okay. And very soon, I don't know, okay, they're already talking about this. And in some countries, they're already experimenting, putting chip in your hand and using that for all transaction, not even using phone anymore. Because phone, sometimes you lose it, or phone, sometimes you don't take it, you know. So you can just keep it in your body and use it. Something like that.
I don't want that.
Even I don't want that. I don't like that. That sounds very scary because, you know, things can
Mr.
travel.
Edward?
Yes.
How about we invest 1,000 baht?
What is that?
Can we invest 1,000 baht?
In what?
In the crypto thing.
Why you want to invest now? No, don't invest now. Learn first. Learn first. Oh, you mean is there any limit, right?
Yeah. What's the smallest we can?
100 baht.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yes, I have seen many people. No, Thai people are very smart. You know, many people say, oh, Thailand, you know, the English level is very low, blah, blah, blah. No, Thai people are very smart. Forget about the English language. I don't care about English language. It's just a language. But Thai people are very smart. I've seen many people on BitCup and all that. When I do trading, I see some people buying Bitcoin worth 100 baht of Bitcoin. Of course, they get 0.001 Bitcoin. It doesn't matter. If every 2 weeks or every 1 month, they put 1,000 baht, 1,000 baht, 1,000 baht, what happens over time? The compounding effect. You know, someone said, my financial teacher, okay, He said, compounding is the 8th wonder of the world. When you put money on top of money, you save like Bitcoin. Today you buy 100 baht of Bitcoin. Tomorrow another 100 baht, another 100 baht. When you compound it over and over again, in 10 years, you can buy a house already, bungalow maybe. It's amazing. Compounding effect is the 8th wonder of the world. It's even greater than Taj Mahal and the Eiffel Tower and all these wonders, okay? Compounding, this is financial intelligence, okay? So now, okay, we skip this because we already saw it. Okay, so coming back to education. Now, I started, as you all know, I've been managing, running education institutions, international school, kindergarten, primary school, secondary school, and also business college, and now university. And then I thought I cannot just stay there. I need to continue to grow. And then I said, blockchain is the next big thing. It's a revolution. But blockchain is not just useful for finance. Imagine, okay, blockchain is secure. It's immutable, meaning you cannot tamper with it. You know, many people do this. They get a degree or they don't get a degree, and then they go and buy a degree from a university, right? Or you finish your exam and then you go to the teacher and say, teacher, I pay you some money, you change the grade. In blockchain, you cannot do that. So I started thinking, oh, blockchain has a lot of application in education. It's not just for money and finance. Why don't someone do something integrating blockchain in education? And that is when I said, I am going to start my own education blockchain project. And I started building, of course, I means not me myself. I'm not a IT guy. I'm not a blockchain guy. I'm not a technical guy, but I am an idea guy, right? I'm an educator. So I came up with an architectural design to, as Mr. Alfred said earlier, tokenize or integrate blockchain or power my platform, education platform with blockchain. Okay. Now remember, all the education platform, online learning platforms today, they are not secure. Even me, I have a European International University, and we have e-commerce facility, right, on the site. Many times, many people try to come and hack our account, our website, because we collect money from PayPal and all that through the website. So this is one problem I'm trying to solve, to make my digital learning website more secure, and that can be done using blockchain. So security is number one. Immutability, for example, once I type and say this is the grade, the course and the grade for the student, my staff, let's say my registrar or something, right, corruption, right, they can take money from students and then they can go and change the grade. This happens, by the way. Many people in the university, the president is good, he's very honest, but then someone below him, they take money from others, they go and manipulate the data. This is another problem in online digital learning and database systems right now. So I wanted to solve this problem. What else? Okay, another problem is, normally when you learn online, it's very boring. Even today, now, how many of you are already bored now with my lecture? Raise your hand. Okay, some of you may be bored already. Maybe you're doing your own thing, maybe you're sleeping, maybe you already pre-recorded and put yourself here as if you're looking here, but you're not looking. You know, you can do that. So many people, when they learn online, they get bored, demotivated, not motivated, not excited. So what I realized, when we use tokenization and we give, like we gamify the learning experience using tokens. For example, when you finish reading one page, you get one token as incentive. People like that, right? And this is why games are doing very well. Online gaming is a big thing. Why? Because people get reward when they see the score going up. I mean, the score is just a score. You don't even get real money, but people get excited. Oh, I got high score. Ooh. And then you play online with other people. You see human psychology. So I realized that education platforms that do not use gamification, tokenization to incentivize their learners are not really achieving anything. So very soon the students lose motivation. So I said, no, we use artificial intelligence, we use machine learning, integrate them on our learning platform, digital learning platform on the blockchain. Okay. Another thing, democratization or liberalization of the platform. Normally what happens, The school decides what you need to learn. And the school decides when you need to learn. And the school decides how long you need to learn. And the school decides when you have to take the test. The school decides everything. So some of you may be thinking, Mr. Alfred, he's so controlling. Huh? He tells me what to do, when to do, how to do. What is education? Everything is control. Okay. My parents are controlling me. And now I go to school, my school is controlling me. I go to classroom, my teacher is controlling me. You're fed up. With blockchain, you can decentralize the control. In other words, I'm not saying there is no more control. There is still control. But now we participate in the control. We share leadership. Everyone can say, can we do it this way? Or can we do it that way? Can we do it this time? Can we do it this time, but have more breaks? Something like that. So when I was thinking about this, and then I was also thinking about raising funds for this particular project, okay, I then considered the ICO method. Now, one of the topics that was given to me was to talk about how to raise funds using blockchain, right? So you have something called initial coin offering, where what you do basically is, now in the traditional sense, you have to have a company running for many years, and you have to have a lot of income, and you have to show profit. If you're not a profitable company, you cannot raise funds from the public. So that is called IPO, initial public offering. So that's why companies like CP, Central, you know, and PT, Pototo, PTT and all that, they listed on Thailand Stock Exchange, and they have many people buying their stock, meaning I put money into the pool of money they have, they can take that money, billions of baht, and then invest in many projects. That's because they have already operated for many years, and they have shown people their profitability. If you're not profitable, you won't get any money, okay? So that is IPO, but we cannot do IPO. When you do a startup, when you have a technology company, you don't have anything yet. You don't have income, you don't have profit, you don't have a lot of things yet. But you want to say, you want to go to potential investors and people who are interested to help others who start to work on new project, new ideas. You want money from them. So what you do is you offer them tokens in exchange for real money, promising them that after we build the infrastructure or the technology and we start selling the technology, the money that we get, it will be given back to you. So if you have 1,000 token, you get $1,000 or $2,000, whatever you promise, okay? You have to make a contract and then you say, if you invest 1,000, if you pay me $1,000 now, I give you 1,000 coin. And then that coin, after we launch our product, it will take like 2 years, 3 years to launch our product. You have to show them the timeline. And when we launch the product, this is our target market. And when we sell it to the target market, we make this much money. From that money, we have this much profit. From that profit, we will give you, for one token, you will get $5, meaning you are 5 times multiplying the one. So from 1,000 investment, you get $5,000 in 2 years, 3 years, something like that. This is just an example. So this is known as initial coin offering. And I did it personally, okay? And my initial coin offering took place in 2019. I rolled out a coin called LOL token. Now, it's not laugh out loud. It's learn online token, okay? Learn online token. And I promised people that I will build a fully blockchain powered online learning platform. There is no one else who's doing this. Okay, in the whole world, I'm telling you, all existing e-learning platform, electronic learning, digital learning platforms are built on e-commerce platform, which has security issue, which are hackable, which are it's not immutable. Okay, it means you can tamper with the data, which is not gamified, meaning it's not interesting. So many problems. There's not tokenization, etc. So I came up with an idea to create a platform on the blockchain using tokens as incentive for students. And not just students, even our teachers earn with the token, okay? And the token has value now and growing value in the future, all right? Now, something that is coming up now, which is not ICO anymore, because there were a lot of scams when the ICO boom was happening, is STO, security token offering. Nowadays, people prefer more security token because it's a combination of IPO and ICO. So you have to actually have some evidence that you have something before you can say. In ICO, you just promise and people give you based on promise. People give you money based on promise. Just like Dogecoin. Dogecoin has no value, but people buy Dogecoin thinking that the value will come in the future. Similarly, ICO, okay? ICO coins are, we promise them, I will give you value in 2 years, 3 years time, you invest now. But STO is not like that. STO is like that, plus you still have to give them some evidence that you're already making money. So things are getting more stricter now. Now, Zeno, you asked me question just now, right? Let me show you some example. These are some cryptocurrencies. Some cryptocurrencies that I love investing in, by the way. Now, look at this. This is real, okay? I'm not making this up. This is real data. This particular project called BAN. It's called BAN Protocol. You can go and research about it later, okay? BAN Protocol is, again, a technology, a startup project. And you know what? Initially, I thought this is an American project. But you know what? 3 Thai young boys, they own this project. And their office is in Emporium and Quartier. I was surprised. 3 smart young boys, huh? One Stanford University graduate, another one MIT graduate, another one, I think, Chula graduate. Okay. And they got together and they came up with this blockchain project called BAN Protocol. And you look at the price. The price went from 20 cents, I'm going to use US dollar, okay, to $20 in how long? I cannot see. Wait. In 11 months. Can you believe that? That is 100x the price in just 11 months. So Zeno, you asked me what to invest in. I'm not asking you to invest in this, okay? But if you had invested, ooh, this is good money. Yummy. Okay, this is another project, okay? This is one. This is another one. It's called Cake. It's called Pancake Swap, okay? It's a decentralized exchange. This one from $18, 18 cents, the price went to $27 in 5 months. Of course, now the price has dropped a little bit. Now the price is about $17. But still, $17 compared to 18 cents? Wow, that is 150x in 5 months. Oh my God, imagine that. That's crazy gain. Okay, there's another one. This is VET. It's called VChain, okay, VChain. Now, this company is actually building blockchain-related project on logistics, shipping and logistics. And they're based in Singapore, okay? And they're really doing well, by the way. You see their price. Their price is 0.0015. It's not even 15 or 1 cent. It's less than 1 cent. And then their price went to 14 cents in about 14 months. That is a 98x of the original price. Impressive still, very impressive. And this one here, another one. Solana. Oh, I love Solana, by the way. Solana is the only coin now during this time that is really going high. Now it's $40, by the way. Today, the price is 40 something, 41, 42 like that. It went from 22 cents to 20, almost $30 in 12 months. 36x. Amazing. In 12 months. Can you believe this? Okay, this one here. From 30 cents, it went to $36. It's 122x in 7 months. This is one of the largest decentralized exchange called Uniswap. So the token they use is Uni. Okay, you can trade that. And then the last one I have, for example, here is Luna. Luna is also another project, decentralized finance project. The price went from 27 cents to $22. In essence,
I have a question.
Yes.
So it's the best when you start when you're the youngest.
Sorry, I didn't get that.
So it's the best when you start the youngest, like when you're young.
When you're young, you should start learning all this. You know, sadly, they don't teach all this in school. In school, they'll teach you subjects that you don't ever use in your life. And this is why people, you know, live very difficult lives afterwards. Okay. Now, I'm not saying that you are having a difficult time, but if you're already successful, your parents are already doing well, you can do even better than that because you learn the right thing. So these are some things that you need to learn. I'm not telling you to invest, okay? But start learning now, because then you are, I learned all this when I was 41, now I'm 45, 46. You see, but even for me, it's not too late. It's not too late because I can make money now, as long as you're willing, your mind is willing to learn and, make mistake and learn again and, do that, that's fine, right? So these are examples of projects. I'm not talking about the coin itself. My focus is not really the money, okay? But what I'm saying is these people have gone and done their ICO, like what I said earlier, ICO, they raised fund, and then people who invested, okay, so for example, people who bought this band, initially how much they would have bought it for? 20 cents. And then when band project was launched, what they did? They made money. So this is ICO. So some of you are thinking about raising funds using ICO method, using blockchain, you can. That is why my title today was Raising Money the Blockchain Way. Now, don't try to scam people, okay, raise money and run away. There were many people who did that. Even in education, some people claim, oh, they will build education platform using blockchain, and they raised like 82. The name is BitDegree. They raised $82 million, and then you know what they did? Packed up and run away. They did not do the project. But today, I'm very proud. I'm very honest, okay? I'm very proud. My token price is not very high, but from zero, my token is now standing at, I think, about 2 cents. From nothing, okay? LOL token today, the value is 2 cents. And I know for sure the value will slowly go up, okay? But how did I do it? So the question is, how do you do it, right? So a few things come to the picture, okay? The first one is the engineering, the design of the platform. Okay, so this is under the tokenomics, you see a diagram there. This is my plan. This is my architectural design. I created the ecosystem whereby teachers get paid using my token. And then when students finish a course, they get incentivized or get incentive or get paid for tokens. And then they can use the token to buy more courses. And then teachers can either save the token or cash out the token or go trade the token, okay? And then institutions will pay us using money, and then we give them back in token, something like that. So I created an ecosystem using the token called LOL. And then also we got listed in LA token. It's a centralized exchange where people trade tokens, okay? Buy and sell tokens. And then we build community. We build community on Telegram. Okay, we have about, I think about close to 20 or 30,000 people in the community talking about blockchain in education, and how we are building this platform called Pedagogue. And you see the MVP. What is MVP, by the way? MVP means minimum viable product. We already launched our minimum viable product. It's available on phone device and also on PCs, okay? We had a very successful launch in 2019 itself, and we have a very vibrant team working on it. So, and also we have got a lot of endorsement. We are listed on CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko, CoinCodex, and things like that, okay, or Coin Ranking. So we got endorsement and approval from many entities. So today, LOL token, we did the ICO initial coin offering. We raised about $1.5 to $2 million, and now we're using that money to build our platform. And the platform, the minimum viable product, is already ready. By the way, look at this. This is the platform. You can go and check the platform, pedagogue.ac. And another thing you can do, Mr. Alfred asked how blockchain can be used in education, right? So it's secure, it's immutable, it allows for a lot of personalization and gamification and incentivization using tokenization, okay? And it's decentralized. You can involve your students, you can involve your teachers, everyone can participate, everyone can democratically vote and review and all that. So a lot of benefit. And then most importantly, you can also do verification on the blockchain itself. So if a company wants to check your degree, that our student have already graduated and the degree is always on the blockchain, they can come and anytime check the student and verify the student's completion of a program. And okay, this is the greatest announcement. The best thing that I want to accomplish with the blockchain is affordability. I want to offer my courses at very, very affordable price so that more and more people, many poor people, they say, statistically, they say more than 250 million people who want to study cannot study because of money issue. You guys are very lucky here because today you are sitting here, your parents are paying money, paying a lot of money actually for your education. But many people, yesterday also I had one student from Nigeria begging me, sir, please, I can pay you $250. I want to do bachelor degree. Please, please, please help me, sir. I have no other way. Help me. I want to be able to help those kind of people. And with blockchain integrated into my education platform, I can do it. And I want to tell you, I have already signed an agreement with a partner in Nigeria. We are going to enroll and recruit 10,000 students into our bachelor and master degree program. But you know how much the cost is? The total cost for bachelor degree, $800, meaning about 25,000 baht for the whole 3-year program. Okay, and students are going to pay per course. So it means they're going to be very, very affordable and manageable. And then master's degree, I'm going to give them a European degree MBA and a US MBA, okay, together at $500 only. Together, $500. That's 15,000 baht. Double masters from Europe and from America. This is possible because of the blockchain. Okay, so I think that's the end of my presentation today. I've shown you the evolution, the birth of blockchain, and then how it has impacted our life, how it is changing our life, and it is continuing to change our life. And I've shown you how I myself, from being a mere normal educator teaching at university and then managing university, to taking my university concept to blockchain and now launching the product at affordable price for countries where people cannot afford good education at a price that only they can pay. So you can do big things, you can do great things with your life, with your skills, with your ideas, with your education, if you put it to use in the right way. And you know what? I will tell you one thing before I end. Always go for your passion, what you really want to do in life, what you really like to do in life. Don't go after money, because when you do that, money will come after you. If you go after money, you will end up hurting people, hurting many people, and hurting yourself in the end. Go after your passion, go after your ideas, go after good things, and money will follow you. All right. Wish you all the best. Thank you so much for your attention.
Wow, amazing. Thank you very much, Dr. Roy, for sharing that knowledge. Can we give him a big hand?
Thank you very much.
Okay. I would like to invite the rest of you, if you can turn on your camera so we can have a picture taking here. Please, okay, can we do that? Some more, can I have more people
My
turn on?
camera's kind of bad, but
Please, we'll go to our newsletter.
anyway, I'll do it.
Okay, that's good.
So,
So, Dr. Roy, I have one question, Dr. Roy. You think there's a possibility for WeLearn to collaborate with you on, because literally our students are planning this project, they're starting it, and we want students to own it, but we want them to actually implement it in real life. I would like to introduce here Coach Peter. Coach Peter, could you please wave your hand? Coach Peter is our main coach, the head coach for cryptocurrency. And he's actually working with WeLearn to find funding so that our students will be able to really implement and put this into real life. What do you think would be the possibility on that, Dr. Roy?
Yeah, I can help as a advisor, coach, or consultant. Yeah, I'm very happy to do that. In fact, for my project, we have already done our initial coin offering, meaning initial fundraising, but we are still approaching now because we have the product ready. We are approaching bigger venture capitalists now, and people have already committed. We are talking right now with the company in Switzerland called Swiss Capital. They may invest $10 million with us. Okay. And we are also talking to other people in the US and UK, very, very interested, because they can see what's happening with the blockchain project, right? With the cryptocurrency market. And I can actually promise them that they can 100x or 10x their investment in like few months, because we have real product. And once I enroll 10,000 students or 15,000 students or 20,000 students on my platform, and also once I get listed on bigger exchange called Binance or Coinbase or something, you cannot imagine what will happen. Okay, you cannot imagine. Maybe one day Google may come and ask, Dr. Roy, can you sell your blockchain project Pedagog.ac to us? And that's why I incorporated, even though I'm based in Thailand right now, we registered Pedagog.ac in the UK. It's a UK company, so there is more trust. So I can help you guys with technical know-how. I have a very strong blockchain team. I have a very strong background in this area, financial wise, because I belong to a very exclusive elite trading group that we talk about things very different from the market. Okay, so I can coach you a lot. I can share knowledge, and I'm very happy to do that. I can even help you, introduce you to other people. We can collectively do things together.
Amazing, wonderful to hear that. Coach
Especially
Peter,
if students are doing it. Students are taking the lead role. I want to help them.
awesome. Coach Peter, you might have some questions for Dr. Roy.
Yeah, sure. Thank you very much, Professor Roy. Now, I've been coaching the students for about 3 weeks now on their crypto projects, and they've done some very fast learning. They've really taken to this thing like a fish to water, really. Some of the features of blockchain they've already come up themselves. So the gamification, there's one project that's doing that. They're very focused on motivation at the moment, kind of creating the community that you're talking about. So I'm sure they really benefit from your experience and insight. One of the things that I get asked a lot within the projects, and as I've always told them, it's their decision. But I wonder whether I know we're short of time, but if you could share why and what you've done with LOL tokens. Did you build a new blockchain, or did you build it on top of another blockchain?
Okay, this is a very good question. Right now, if you look at most projects, I think more than 90% of projects are built on ERC20 blockchain, which is Ethereum blockchain. There are a few issues like gas fee and all that, but they're trying to solve the issue because we don't want to reinvent the wheel. But in our plan, over the next few years, once we get bigger and bigger, we do plan to have our own blockchain. Because if you have your own blockchain, you need to have user volume. Then it makes sense to have your own, because then you reduce the cost, the community start absorbing the cost and all that. It becomes very cheap. So like, for example, Binance started making its own chain, like they call it Binance Smart Chain. Okay, so you could build your own chain, but not immediately. Initially, and this is why there are a lot of scams, because Ethereum blockchain is so easy that people just roll out their coin like overnight. Like today, I can sit down and come up with my own coin, like Roy coin, and start selling it. And some people, if they get scammed, they buy it, and then tomorrow I shut down and run away. So Ethereum is the most convenient. It's because we don't reinvent the wheel, but eventually we will move into our own blockchain infrastructure, our own. It has to be done like that, because you don't want to be paying Ethereum community, large fees. But even them, the fee is going to reduce after July, one space, and by the end of next year, it's going to be completely different. They're trying to improve, but you don't have to be dependent on others' product. Eventually, you need to build your own anyway.
Yeah, thank you very much. I mean, the students, they've been investigating ERC20. Some of them have been looking at waves. We've been in touch with the Tezos Foundation as well. Okay. So I think that's just, we haven't committed to anything, but it's that they are aware of the gas fees on certain things. So yeah, I'm having someone who's had the actual experience and why you made a decision on a certain blockchain, that would certainly help the students. I think with the groups, I think Coach Al, I think a lot of them have quite a concrete problem and opportunities definition now, and some of them are already coming up with some solutions. So I mean, if Professor Roy, if you have time, maybe perhaps we can send you, each group can put a short presentation together, And then actually that the next step would be really good to get the feedback from you in terms of, you know, what, how you think it's viable, what the next step should be. And yeah, as I keep on telling the students that they have a quite a unique insight in terms of, you know, what will motivate a student community to participate in coins. I won't spoil the plot lines, but yeah, they've come up with stuff that I'd never thought about, and I would never have thought about in 10, 20 years or ever. So hopefully it'll be interesting for you too. I've certainly been impressed with the ideas that they've come up with. Yeah, they would certainly need help, the practical help, and you know, from your experience. And if there's any technical help from your team that they could get, I'm sure they would really appreciate that.
Sure, I'm very happy to be involved. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you in advance.
All right. Thank you very much. Just one thing, I know it's already 11 minutes past 12. From the students, any burning question that you're hoping to ask Dr. Roy, please do so. Anything really critical from your group you would like to ask?
What's for lunch?
Sushi swap.
Oh, sushi swap.
I think not in the moment, because the question that my group had, you already answered it. But I think later on, as we are moving on and investigating the information out there, then I think we will surely have some critical issues and questions that we would like to ask, and have your experience information to help us move on.
Sure. I'll be
Awesome.
very happy to do that.
Okay, so once again, thank you so much, Dr. Roy, for this very opportune time. We're so glad. I've learned a lot. So I'm going to download this video and reshare it to everyone else so you can watch it again and make sure, you know, we get to take more time in understanding the concepts. Very wonderful presentation, because even until this point of time, we still have students who didn't really understand blockchain and crypto. So how you did it, it was introduced from the very basic, was really solid, a solid foundation for our students. So that's a really great opportunity of learning. Thank you so much, everyone, and Dr. Roy especially, for your time.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity, and wish you all the best. Okay, let's connect.
Okay, so everyone, we can now go for our lunch. Thank you, Dr. Roy. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Take care.
Okay, see you.
Yeah, thank you very much.